I've been in Gary's Anchorage about 4 or 5 days now, and we went through a bit of a rain depression, which was pretty grim. Lasted 24 hours. It rained, you know, off and on, and you know, quite heavily. And a day before it was raining a bit, showery. About 4 days of showers, which kind of really dampened the boat up. And then when it stopped, we got a good dry westerly wind, and I spent a day just cleaning the mold out the boat and cleaning up, and I was really pleased with that. Anyway, I've been here a couple more days, faffing around, going for walks. It's good for walking here, only on one direction. You can walk from the Gary's Anchorage, you can walk north and just keep to the left, and I go as far as a bridge. As soon as I get to the bridge, turn around, because I've been further, but it's more picturesque just to the bridge. It's coming up for 6 o'clock now. The sun's not up over the trees yet. This used to be where they used to come in with their barges to load the timber. There's 3 boats here in the bay, in this side of Gary's Anchorage. And the sun's on the mangroves. And we've got one catamaran behind. Anyway, I'm getting bitten doing this filming, so I'm going to get the anchor up and get going and get myself in the sun, because the sandflies are biting. I lifted the anchor up and motored out of Garage Anchorage going north through the shortcut, and I got down to about 1.9 of water anyway, which at high tide I thought was not very much. And we're coming by those houses. I don't know if you might have seen them earlier in the video, and I think they're beautiful, these on the end here. You can rent them, come across in your tinny, and there's not a bad spot, except for I reckon the sandflies will be fairly fierce here as well. Anyway, coming out into the Sandy Striats, which is just a large expanse of water with loads of sandbags. I've been going up Sheridan Flats for about an hour and a bit now, and I've come to this point here, and I'm tucked in behind all these mangroves, and I'm gonna dry the boat out here, change the gearbox oil, and just have a good look at the bottom of the boat. And basically in the center of the screen is where I've come from, and it's a very nice day with no wind, just what you need, except the bugs are here. I've dried the boat out. I've ballsed up though. I'm meant to be where I am now, but I didn't realise I was looking at a tree over there and watching the tide go out on the tree, and there was a dark mark there, so I assumed that was the high tide mark, but I think it was shaded. So anyway, when I looked round I thought, whoa, all those sandbanks are dry now. So obviously I've got something wrong, and by that time we were dry basically, and I just got the legs on. I'm going to scrape the barnacles off and try and change the oil in the leg, but I believe it might be too low, and when I dig it out there'll be water still there underneath where in the sand. So anyway, we'll see. But it's quite nice here, and there's no bugs at the moment, but come dusk it'll be terrible here. I call this Devil's Island, this little place here. You know, that's basically level where I am now, where the camera is now, so you can see that the it's about 400 higher on the one side of the leg to the other. So I've got the legs, that leg looks like that, just above the rubbing straight. And this one is here, so it's about nearly 400 difference. But anyway, I made a mistake when I came in. I didn't realise the tide was going out so much. There was a carbon fibre repair there from 2 years ago, 2 or 3 years ago anyway. I've been meaning to spray it out, so today with some epoxy enamel, see how that lasts. You can see there's a bit of a curve in this leg here. It's because I've got a lot of tension on the bottom there trying to keep it all together. I bought some Australian chain anyway. It's meant to be the duck's nuts, you know, well galvanised. It was galvanised over here and not in China. You can see just here that there's no gal left on it basically, and every time I pull the chain up I've got to change into some old clothes so I can pull the chain up, and then I have to change immediately and put some proper clothes on. It's very annoying. You can see it in there. It's rusting. This is the view off the top of the boat, or out the cockpit. This might give you a better view of how far we're leaning over out of my office. It's about low tide now, so we're just going to have a piece of bread and cheese. That's lunch. I made the bread, by the way. It's just a waiting game now for the tide to come in so I can set off south again. Yeah, well, I cleaned the bottom of the keel and serviced the leg. I'm not very good at polishing. I had this polish, put it on, and then put it on with a wet rag and washed it off with a wet rag, and then I ended up polishing it. But it's not very good, but you can't make a silk purse out of a sow's ear, and really it needs painting again. But I'm waiting till my kids have taken the boat out a few times and put a few scrapes in it, then I'll invest some time in doing that. Here you can see the tide coming in. I think today it's about a 2 metre tide. I just walked over to film some birds, but they flew off on me. What a surprise. Well, I'm just doing the washing up. Just missed the sunset, but that looks very nice anyway. I've got to dive over the side now and get the legs off. And I'd like to get moving before dark, which is in about 25 minutes. That's the barge, the Fraser Islander, just going out to do his first pickups.